start our new chapter. Chapter number 13, sound. And how do you come to know that period is over in your school? That is, if one period get over and another period starts, how do you come to know? And the same way, if someone is there at the door, how do you come to know if someone is there at your door? And for these, you can answer that when someone in your school, the period get over, you come to know by the sound of a bell, isn't it? The same way, when someone is there at your door, you come to know by hearing the sound of the doorbell or by the sound of so when they knock the door. By hearing that, you will come to know someone is there at your door. And the same way, most of the time, if you are busy in your work, even you may come to know that someone is approaching you by just hearing their footsteps, isn't it? The same way, you might have played a game called hide and seek. And in this game, the person is blindfolded and he or she has to catch the remaining players. Even though they are blindfolded, they can able to guess which player is closest to her. That is by hearing their footsteps. So children, sound plays an important role in our life. It helps us to communicate with one another, isn't it? And if you see, we hear a variety of sounds in our surroundings, isn't it? You may hear the ticking sound of a clock, that raindrops falling, and some sound of musical instrument, some sound of animals, some sound of birds, etc. It goes on. And if you want, you can make a list of sounds, whatever you hear in your surroundings. So that much different variety of sound you hear in your surroundings. So it is very, very important to learn about sound, isn't it? So in this chapter, we are going to learn about how sound is being produced. That is, sound produced by a vibrating body, sound produced by humans, and propagation of sound through medium, and about human ear. Then we are going to learn about amplitude, time period, and frequency of vibration, audible and inaudible sounds. Then we are going to learn about noise and music, then about noise pollution, as well as the various measures to limit noise pollution. So about these topic, we are going to learn one by one in a detailed manner. And we know that sound is produced only when source of sound vibrates. That is how sound is being produced. So in this session, we are going to learn only about sound is produced by a vibrating body. That is, sound is produced when some object vibrates. That what we call that as the source of sound, from where sound is being produced. The object which produces sound should vibrate. What do you mean by vibrates? Oscillates. This you have learned in 7th standard. What is oscillation? That is movement of an object from its mean position, that is from its initial position, or you can tell rest position, in to and fro movement, or you can tell back and forth movement, is called as vibration, or you can call that as oscillation. So whenever some object vibrates, then only sound is being produced. So we can tell sound is produced only when the source of sound, that is from where the sound is being produced, that object should vibrate or oscillate. And sometimes vibration can be seen and sometimes they are invisible. We cannot see vibration, that movement, to and fro movement, that is towards your left, then come to its original position, then move to right hand side and then come back. That what we call that as one oscillation. So this vibration or oscillation can be seen and sometimes they are invisible. So about this, how sometimes vibration can be seen, how sometimes vibration may be invisible. This let's understand by some activities. So if you take a metal plate or any metal vessel and if you hang it in a convenient place, that is in the vessel or pan should be hanged in such a way that it does not touch any wall. It should be freely hung. Now, what you have to do is you strike it with a stick. And after you strike, if you touch the plate or touch the pan or touch the vessel, whatever you hang down, and if you gently touch with your finger, and what you can feel? You feel that vibration, that movement of that vessel or pan or whatever it is. And the same way, this you can do it by yourself. You have to take a rubber band and put it around the longer side of the pencil box, that is vertically. You as given in the picture, you have to put a rubber band on the length, on its length of the pencil box, and insert two pencils between the box on the unstretched rubber. And now what you have to do is just pluck the rubber band. Plucking, just pluck the rubber band somewhere in the middle portion. Now, do you hear any sound? Does the band vibrate? Yes, when you pluck the rubber band, what happened? The rubber band goes back and forth, or you can tell to and forth movement of that object. What do we call that as vibration? And this makes sound, isn't it? So we can tell when a tightly stretched rubber band is plucked, it vibrates and produces sound. And once when it stops vibrating, when the rubber band stops vibrating, it does not produce any sound. So from this, we understand that sound is being produced when the object vibrates. So vibration of an object produces sound. Now, let us see other activity. Take a metal dish, like metal plate, pour water in it. Whatever this plate you use for eating food, you can take a plate and pour water in it and strike at its edge by a spoon. So what do you hear? Do you hear any sound? Yes, when the plate is struck and you can hear some sound, and if you touch it, then that time you can feel the dish is vibrating, isn't it? Or strike the dish again, and now look the surface of water. You can see, what can you see when the plate vibrates? You can see that water also moves. What do you call that as waves? Now hold the dish tightly and observe. And what can you see? That whenever the plate stops vibrating, the water become still. You can't see the movement of water. What do you call that? Waves, isn't it? So whenever here, by the movement of water, we can understand the vibration of a metal plate. So children, we see that vibrating object produces sound, And in some cases, vibration are easily visible to us, but in some cases, the vibration, what you call that as that amplitude, we are going to learn in further session what is amplitude. That amplitude is so small that we cannot see them, but we can feel them. And so, example, now if you see vibrating body, that is very simple example you can see, take. You can see vibration of a ringing bell. Isn't it? When the bell rings, you can see that vibration, oscillation of a ringing bell. But at the same time, when you play a harmonium, there in that case, we cannot see vibration, but it produces sound. How it produces sound? Because of vibration, but in that case, we cannot see vibration. So, vibration of an object sometimes can be visible and sometimes can be invisible. Example, you can see vibration which can be visible like vibration of a ringing bell. And this example vibration which cannot be seen, that is in play while playing harmonium. And the same way, if you take musical instrument, like musical instrument, it produces sound. Isn't it? Different musical instrument you may be knowing. Musical instrument, if you take it, maybe it is classified into that is string instrument, percussion instrument, and wind instrument. Isn't it? String instrument like guitar, sitar, veena and all, and these are all string instrument. And percussion instrument where that thin layer membrane is being stretched, and by beating them it produces sound. Isn't it? That is called as percussion instrument, tabla and all. And what is that wind instrument? Like flute, when you blow wind, it produces sound. Isn't it? So for any type of instrument, how it makes sound? By vibration, because they produce vibration, but because of vibration it produces sound. So now let's see different types of musical instrument, and you can make your own musical instrument. Like take a hollow coconut shell. Once coconut is grated, that empty coconut shell, and you can make a musical instrument. See the figure, the picture what is given, it is called as ektara. And the same you can make it with the help of earthen pot also. And if you play this instrument, you can identify which part is being vibrated. That isn't it, the string, which is because of that vibrating part, it produces sound. So if you see different musical instrument and the vibrating part by which it produces sound. For example, veena. Veena, you can see that many strings are being connected, isn't it? The stretched string. So which part is being, which parts produces sound there? Stretched string. And tabla. Tabla, as I told, it is a percussion instrument. Veena is an example of string instrument. Tabla is an example of percussion instrument. And here the stretched membrane, because of that it produces sound, because the vibration of that stretched membrane. Here which part is vibrating? Stretched membrane of tabla. Because of that vibration it produces sound. Flute. Flute, when you blow air, isn't it? And here that air column of air vibrates, and because of that sound is being produced. Different music, this very pleasant sound is being produced. So this way you can make a list of different musical instruments, and you can find out which part is vibrating by which it produces sound. And many of you might have seen many musical instruments like manjira, what do you call that as cymbals, ghattam, and the nut, that is mud parts, and kartal. And these instruments are most commonly used in our country, many parts of our country. And these musical instruments, how do they produce sound? Simply by beating them or by striking, isn't it? If it is a string instrument, by striking them, plucking them. And if it is a percussive instrument like drum, tabla and all, by beating them. And so you can name the same way different types of musical instrument and which type it belongs to, whether it belongs to string instrument or whether it belongs to percussive instrument or wind instrument. And see here the picture, what you call that as ghatam and manjira, that by striking ghatam, by beating them, isn't it? It produces sound. And manjira, by striking them, it produces sound. And the same way you can make your own musical instrument by simply keeping 6 to 8 metal bowls or tumblers, and you fill them with water up to different levels. One water less than half, that is quarter, one half, one is 3/4, one is, so different, each 6 to 8 glasses or tumblers you take and fill them with different levels of water. And you increasing, that is gradually, that you have to arrange, see the picture, you have to arrange the tumblers in such a way that the water level should be in an increasing order. And now you take any stick or pencil and strike the bowls gently, strike the tumbler gently, and strike them in a continuous manner. Succession means that is in a continuous manner from right to left or left to right and all. If you continuously in a continuous manner, if you strike them, you will hear a pleasant sound. Here, because of the movement of that vibration of water, you can see that the different kind of sound is being produced. It depends upon the quantity of water being filled, isn't it? So this, what you call that as jaltrang, that is a musical instrument, what you call that as jaltrang. So here also you can see different types of musical instrument. See the tabla, it is a percussive instrument, and how sound is being produced by vibrate, which part of that is the stretched membrane on the top where you beat, isn't it? Because of that part vibrates, sound is being produced, isn't it? And sitar, by string instrument, by vibration of string, and flute, if you see, by blowing. Here this is wind, column of air, because of vibration of air it produces sound, isn't it? And the same way in harmonium, when you hear also inside, what is that, each and every this is being connected with string, when you press it, it vibrates and it produces sound. So when we plug the string of an instrument like sitar, the sound that we hear is not only that of the string, but the whole instrument is forced to vibrate, and it is the sound of the vibration of that instrument what we hear. Got it, children? When the sitar is, when it is plugged, the string of a sitar, it forces the string, it creates the vibration, not only the vibration of the string, but the whole instrument is forced to vibrate, and because of that vibration of the instrument, we hear sound. Similarly, when we strike the membrane of mridangam, and the sound that we hear is not only that of the vibration of that membrane, but also the whole vibration of whole body of the instrument. So from this, what do we understand? In order to produce sound, vibration is necessary. So children, in today's session, we have learned sound plays an important role in our daily life. Because of sound only, we can communicate with each other, and we hear wide variety of sound in our surrounding, and sound is produced by vibrating body. And what is vibration? Vibration, otherwise called as oscillation, is the to and fro, or you can tell back and forth motion of an object. And various example we have learnt. If we strike a school bell or any ringing bell, it vibrates and it produces sound. The same way, if you plug a stretched rubber band, the rubber vibrates and produces sound. And if you beat drum, the stretched membrane of the drum vibrates and produces sound. If you blow a flute, the air column vibrates, or you can tell the column of air vibrates and produces sound.